back in the woods.
Good afternoon, guys. Dave Canterbury at Pathfinder School. Back to you with another Journal of the Yurt. I brought some ironware out here today that's been in the yurt that I've been using a lot, and it's starting to get a little bit cruddy. So I decided to bring it down here to the creek and clean it, and then re-grease it up a little bit so that it doesn't rust at all after I clean it. I thought I'd go over that with you guys today. And I actually bought a pot at a yard sale this weekend, and this is a cast iron pot, but it's pretty rusty on the inside. I think it's savable for $1.50. Can't hardly beat that. Solid cast iron with a wooden handle. Make a nice addition to the yurt, so I'm going to clean that up as well. You can see it's quite rusty. I got some steel wool out here for that. But let's start with this folding skillet here. I've got a 18th century style folding skillet here today that was handmade in Williamsburg. And I'm just going to get it down into the sand here and into the rocks and the gravel. And that's what I'm going to use to clean that out with. I'm just going to clean that out with gravel and sand and water at this point. I'm going to clean the front and the back. If I have to get finer sand, I can get that up from around the bank to put in there to really do some scrubbing. Not a big deal. Just trying to get all the crud off of it that's built up over time, you know. We have a habit of leaving this kind of stuff just sit on the stove or whatever the case may be and using it the next day. But after a while, you know, it gets kind of cruddy and built up. So now I'm just trying to get some of that crud and build up off of it and then get it back in there and preserve it so it's not going to rust at the same time until I use it the next time. And once I get it pretty well cleaned out and I'm fairly happy with that, I'll just take a towel out of the yurt here. I've got one that I use all the time. And if it's still got a little bit of stuff left in it, I'm okay with that. If it's still got a little bit of grime left, not grime, but a little bit of grease left in it, I'm okay with that because that's just gonna help protect it from rusting anyway. So that's not a big deal to me. And you can see it does still have a little bit of stuff in it right there. And that's just grease buildup, and that's okay. If I'm real concerned about it, I can take it over here in the creek and dunk it in the water, and I can use the same Brillo pad that I'm gonna use to clean up my skillet with, or my pot with, that's got the rust on it. Let's scrape a little bit more of that out. That's pretty much got all of it out now, and then I'll just dry it out real good. Like I said, I'll dry the whole thing off, get the moisture off of it. That's the first key to help preserving it and keeping it from rusting, is keep it dry. And then what I'm going to do is, I've got a tub of lard right here, brand new, hasn't even been opened yet. I've been using quite a bit of lard in the yurt. I've used up about all the tallow I have, and now I'm down to pretty much just buying lard at the moment. So we'll cut that open. You can buy this at any grocery store. It's not very expensive. It makes great preservative and great fuel for a lot of things as well. Then I'm just going to rub some of it on this rag and then rub it into the skillet really good. Now I'll heat this up when I get back in there on the wood stove. Let it melt in there and cure real good. But that'll keep this thing in good shape. Make sure I get some on the handle and the hinge and all that too. And then I'll use this same rag, same grease on the next one that I'm going to do. Okay, now let's look at this beat up old rusty thing here and see what we can do with it. As I think we can save it. I think it's just a matter of getting down here and getting our hands dirty. Main thing I'm interested in right off the bat is getting any major rust off of it with rocks and gravel, and then I will get the Brillo pad in there after it too. lid's not too bad off, really. It's in pretty good shape. I was pretty impressed with the way the lid looked. It's just somebody's let liquid or water or something sit in this thing for a long period of time and rusted the bottom pretty good. Like I said, I don't think it's anything that's not savable though. Okay, that's not too bad. Now let's get our Brillo pad and see if we can finish that up. Oop, got a rock in there. And we can let this Brillo pad dry out, remember? And it'll make good fire tinder, so not like we're hurting this thing any. Okay, we're getting there. We're not too horrible off here, that's for sure. Definitely a good $1.50 investment right there. And there's no pits in there at all from that rust. And that was my biggest fear when I bought it, was that there could be pits underneath some of that rust. And it doesn't look like there is. So once I get this thing seasoned up again and cured in, the outside's got a good season on it. The inside's what's not seasoned real well. Once I wipe some tallow in there, get this thing cooking a little bit, it'll be in pretty good shape. Okay, now we'll just use our same rag that we had. Dry it off first real good with our towel. Like I said, it's not bad off. For $1.50, that's common man gold. Good cast iron cook pot. Okay, now let's get some grease in here. I might even get a little bit more on this rag for this, just to make sure I got plenty in there. We'll do the same thing with the lid. We'll take it back, put it on the wood stove, get it cured in real good, or at least as best we can. Our lid's not too bad off. I think it just needs to be dried off real good and cured, because it's not too shabby. The lid was really the best part of that. And we'll just grease it up real good too. Okay guys, now we'll just get that heat going here. Get that stuff good and melted in. Maybe apply a couple of coats on this new one right here that was rusted up. I'll probably apply a couple coats on that of that lard and heat it up. Take them off the fire and let them harden. Then I gotta get them hung up so they're not sitting out. Okay, we're on our second coat here on this bad boy, and look at that, man. That thing's like new money. Nothing wrong with that at all. $1.50, man, oh man. Can't beat that with a stick.